here live in Chicago, Illinois, and we are the Windy City Tasters. I'm here with my dad, father, and son team. We're back again, back by popular demand. We thank you all for joining us.
Right.
And we're going to try two good old friends, Jack Daniels number 7, old number 7 brand.
And Gentleman Jack, the new upscale version of a Jack Daniels.
And a lot of people want to know what the difference is between Gentleman Jack and the old number 7. And my dad and I, we're going to coast through that. And so we poured a little dram in our Glencairn glasses. And you can pick this up at a good liquor store, well-stocked liquor store.
If you haven't seen our previous video, when you tilt the glass and let the whiskey coat the glass, the actual drippings that come down are called legs. And you can tell they come down real silky and smooth.
Yeah, just like a sexy lady. I mean, Marilyn Monroe legs, or, you know, Tina Turner legs. That's how you know you got good whiskey. So we're going to nose it.
Okay. And
you can definitely taste the charcoal presence. The very mellowed charcoal presence in the distillation. It just adds to the depth of it.
Right.
Now the color, you can tell they've been real consistent.
Right.
Just it's a soft amber. It's not even a deep amber. It's a soft amber, and we're gonna give it a
taste.
Yep. Now we always try the whiskeys neat first, and everyone has their own preferences, but we kind of suggest that if you're going to taste a whiskey for the first time, some people have still never had Jack Daniels. You know, best to try it neat and try it with a couple of cubes of ice afterwards, after the next tasting.
It's mellowed through a layer of charcoal. This is what makes their bourbon whiskey different. They actually have big vats, 10 feet deep, 10 feet vats of, they call that thing sweet charcoal. It's dripped one drop at a time through the entire 10 feet. It's collected at the bottom. They say it's bourbon up top, it's Jack Daniels at the bottom. That's what they say. This, which we'll talk to in a minute, is filtered twice. That's the only difference between this and this. But this is pretty good. This is a world favorite, old number 7.
Many medals. More medals. It's like the Michael Phelps of sour mash.
Right, they say sour mash on the label, but all whiskeys are actually made with sour mash, but they just decided to put it on the label.
And they tout themselves as the best sour mash.
Right.
Distilleries in the 80s especially, they noticed that consumers were moving to higher brands. And so now Jack Daniels, of course this was their flagship brand here, the old number 7. They stepped it up a notch, and on September the 30th, 1988 is when they introduced Gentleman Jack as a higher brand to a venerable brand to cater to more, how do I put it, more pickier palates as far as bourbon drinking. And September 30th
is my birthday. Right, yes. There you go. From the few days.
Rock on.
Right, rock on. So we're going to go right into this.
And I'm going to dedicate this first dram to my dad.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Gentleman Jack. Like I said, the only difference between regular Jack and Gentleman Jack is it's filtered twice. Once.
Is there a difference between your burp?
Right, that was
sour burp.
That was a release of energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A release of the charcoal.
Yeah, it's a little bit more costly. But like I said, if you like Jack, this is ran through the charcoal an additional time. It says right here, twice mellowed. That's the only difference. It's not a single barrel. It's not anything any special than that. It's just filtered twice. So we may get a different hint of a charcoal flavoring. And it's on my birthday. It was created on my birthday in 1988. Of course, I was born way before then. All right, son. You want to give it a nose?
Well, we're going to take a look at the legs real quick.
Oh, the legs.
Yeah. Oh, the legs are just as rich as the old number 7.
Right.
Which isn't too peculiar because it's still the same.
It's the same, right? It's just supposed to be mellowed.
And it's not aged anymore.
So if this was slightly harsher, this is supposed to be mellower. We'll let you know in a minute. The colors, if you can compare the bottles a little closer side to side, this is a shade lighter than.
It's almost like wine. It's almost like the wine of whiskeys. It's almost it's like fine wine. It's very smooth.
Yes.
It doesn't have any less richness. It's when they say twice mellowed, that just sums it up.
Right, because this, if it had any kind of, I hate to use the word harsh, but if it did have any
This
kind
has more of a kick.
if it had a little edge to it, still a great whiskey, but if it had a little edge to it, it's smoothed out with the Gentleman Jack.
I mean, you still have the sour mash presence, but everything is softer, but nothing is compromised.
Right, right.
So even though it's twice mellowed, it's not that this is just a little half shot
Right.
of the old number 7, and you know this can be your everyday whiskey here. And Gentleman Jack, you know, special occasion, have your friends over, you know, or birthdays,
or just buy this. If you want a smoother Jack, say Jack's a little rough for your palate, go with Gentleman Jack. Costs a little bit more, and they're both 80 proof, so there's nothing affected the proofability. They're both the same. So
lovely, lovely, lovely.
okay,
Well, you want to add a cube of ice to it?
let's do that.
All right.
Let me get my stabber over here.
Yeah, stab away.
Stab away.
Yep.
I'm gonna put.
Yeah, that'll do. Just a cube to a cube.
Okay, there we go. About 8 bourbons to go.
I don't know about that, but I would complain.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Simply smoother.
Yeah, it's like you get a little more brown sugar, and the tartness comes out even more with the water. So what would you rate this? I mean,
Sons first.
Oh man. Well, you know what? Jack Daniels has always been a favorite of mine. 10 is the highest. Jack Daniels gets a 9. You know, which to me is the best sour mash out there to me. And the Gentleman Jack, you know, I give it an 8.7 because it's kind of like the Rocky Mountains, and these are the rolling hills.
Well, I wasn't going to go quite as high as a 9. Nothing against Jack Daniels. I was just looking. I kept, if you wonder why I was looking on here, I have a scorecard. And I was looking at what we compared before, and I was trying to compare a 9 against 9, and we gave another whiskey a 9, and this the other one tastes slightly better to me. I'm going to go.
Well, you have more of a bourbon tongue, though.
Right. I'm going to go with me. I'm going to go 7 with Jack Daniels, and I'm going to go 8.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go 7 with Jack Daniels. Only because it's smooth, I'm going to go 8 with this. 7, 8 for me. 7, 8. Still good scores. Real good scores.
Hey, 7 for 7, you know.
Right. 7, 7. The old number 7 is 7. 8 or 7.5. I don't like to use the decimal system, but 7, 8. 8 compared to my scorecard and other stuff. 8. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it like that for the first tasting.
Well, that's a wrap for our show, and we're glad you could join us. Stay tuned for our episodes. We have Evan Williams coming up, and we have Old Fitzgerald coming up. And Minnie Moore, send your request in.
Yeah, send your request in. We got 1 million of them.
Yeah, we got 1 million of them.
Right.
So you got a journey to take with us.
Right.
And live in Chicago, we're signing out. And remember,
it's all in the proof.